Wow, good afternoon, everyone. Beauleau Dageshan Disnakas, New here, just touching base again on MTN Live here for the 2nd of August. So this is great. I have a really good guest in studio today, and we have another guest that we're going to be able to get on in a minute here. But I have a really good guest, and at this time, I'd like to present him Tobacco for having him on today in his honor. And it's always an honor to have Ogama Barry McKay from Tutawasaping with us here today. And he's our sports and recreation Niganin, and he's definitely a keen supporter of the Anishinaabe Nation. So with that, Miigwech Ogama.
Miigwech.
And tell us what's happening these days.
First of all, Miigwech, say Magiminin Nongum, Omeganigabo, listen in Kas. Give my Kantut now as a being. Always an honor to come to the Treaty 2 office and help out wherever we can. They gave me the honor to do the sports and recreation, which I've practically done all my life. I've always enjoyed sports. I played a little bit of hockey, a little bit of ball, and got to see a lot of the country. With that said, now today, we're always trying to find that connection between our elders and our youth. And today it's a little hard because there's no more hockey teams, no more ball teams. So we got to find a different way to connect our communities, to unify them. Back in the day, there was to be ball tournaments all over the place, and different communities held ball tournaments and hockey tournaments. And over the years, it's kind of fell by the wayside. Now today, we're trying to encourage our youth to participate in various activities to represent our communities. And a lot of them are into powwow, so it makes that beautiful connection with all the First Nations and other communities. And I've always idolized sports because it's a means of travel, communicate, and meet other First Nation people. And back in the day, we never had very much money to travel or anything, but when we got to play ball, we all traveled in one truck and all piled in and went to another community that held an event. And that's how you start unifying our communities. They identify you through hockey, baseball, or golf. And now today, I guess we're trying out golf for our young ones. And we have a circuit in our region, in the Treaty 2 territory and Treaty 4 territory. As we've got about 80, 90 guys regularly that we have tournaments all over our areas. It could be Gilbert Plains, Dauphin, Portage, Creek, and it's just bigger, it's getting better. And we've put on an annual Battle of the Nations, we call it, where you have to play for your own community. You represent your treaty. And it's I believe this is our 4th year. And I think when we started off, we only had about 10 teams participate the first year. The last year we had 44 teams. And it's not only for the men, it's for the ladies also. So this year, it's August 19th is the ladies, and August 20th is the men's. And by doing this, we always look for an avenue as leaders to keep our young ones occupied because of what we face in our communities with drug and alcohol. And our philosophy is if we can keep them busy and occupied, then they won't have time to get into these bad habits. And I remember back in the day when everybody tried hard to participate just to travel. And that's how we got to meet the other members from other communities. And now today, you go around that full circle. The ones that used to play hockey or ball against, they're either chiefs or counselors or leaders of education, health, whatever it may be. So we just want to work together and unified because of our regions of participation for all our youth. We can give them a goal that they got something to look forward in the summertime and something to look forward in the wintertime. So that's why we plan different events. And I'm very honored to be one of the chiefs that sit at the table to help organize and to keep these events going. And in the last 3-4 years, it's getting more and more popular, and a lot more kids are joining, and even younger ones. And there's different events that are being held right across that Treaty 2 territory and Treaty 4 territory. So I just wanted to say a few words on being part of the team in unifying our communities, and plus also unifying our young ones. That when they talk about a different community, they have a friend that they can identify to it, and that's where everything starts. With that said, Jimmy, Gwetch. Oh,
Oh, well, thank you, Ogama. And wow, we have another special guest online right now. So I'd like to chime in, I guess, with our other special guest. We have Craig Beauleau. He is our sports and recreation circle keeper under the executive bundle, of course, in the circles. And Craig's been with us over a year now, and his goal has been to work on the law. So he's on this afternoon. How you doing there, Craig?
I'm doing it. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm waiting for the rain here. I hope it doesn't come because there's a Gold Eyes game tonight, and I love ball, so hope I can make it.
Right on. Excellent. Well, thank you very much for coming in on MTN Live. And I know this is important to you to let the membership and the citizens know of the territory on what's happening. What is actually happening? What have you been working on these past number of months and a year or so since you've come on board?
Well, when I started, I was with the 150, and so I just got to meet a lot of people there, a lot of Ogama, and really see the ins and outs of how the government works. I got the pleasure of helping organize hockey night in Treaty 2, the youth forum, and minor hockey championship. All very good, but the main thing that I've been working on was the law, the sports and recreation law, which is now called the Odaminoang Onakanagewin. And yeah, it's been like, I'm not a lawmaker. I haven't started all. I guess I'm a lawmaker now, but I mean, it's been a process, and I'm really comfortable where it's at now. I feel it's perfect for what our Anishinaabe Nation needs.
Excellent. Well, that's awesome, Craig, and you've done a wonderful job on that. Of course, you were very honored to work with the Earth Lodge. Alan gave you a lot of detailed advice as well as some support on what you were doing. Tell us a little bit about how the Earth Lodge fit into the law making of the sports and recreation law.
Okay, well, it wasn't only the Earth Lodge; it was peacemaking as well. Alan and Chantel have been great through this whole process. Alan gave me the teachings of the bundles. He gave me the teaching of the bundles, gave me the clan teachings, and we felt the best way to go for it was to have 4 bundles, like the 4 directions. It's the cycle of life, right? Your baby, your youth, your adult, and your knowledge keeper. So there's a 4. We use that as part of our Odaminoang circle, and so that's the way we went. So then we went with 4 bundles. So there's sports, recreation, arts, land-based leisure. And then within those 4 bundles, we also have the life cycle. So we have from when you're a baby, a youth, an adult, and a knowledge keeper. So with that, you're able to pick have any of these bundles that you. So sports, recreation, arts, or land-based leisure, you can access any of those bundles anytime in your life. So I mean, I'll use myself as an example. I mean, like Ogama McKay, he likes to play hockey. When I get older, I want to be able to play hockey my entire life until I can't use my legs anymore. Knock on wood. There's no wood around me, but I want to knock on wood because I hope that never happens. And I felt that no one should be excluded because of anything really, like age, ability, um, sexual orientation, anything like that. There should be no barriers for any of the four bundles that you see there: sports, recreation, arts, leisure, and land-based. There should be no barriers for anyone who wants to participate in that. Because I've seen too many times where I'll use an example of a youth or a 31-year-old really needs this program, really needs a program, but the cutoff age is 30. And so things like that made me want to make sure everyone was included. That's very important to me. Like, everyone needs to be included in this. And this is the Odaminoang circle. So everyone should be able to play no matter what age. It's a lifelong thing. And that's what me and Alan came up with for this. There should be no barriers for any of these. And I want to thank my auntie Edna Levisser from Kubrakovich-Kiniw. She helped me with a lot of the translations and a lot of the teachings that come with this. So, and yeah, it was a good process. Chantel also helped me a lot to help me set up how the law went, and it was like I said, you know, it was tough. It was tough, but it was worth it because I feel the law is at where it needs to be right now, and we're ready to push it through.
Excellent. And you talked about the peacemaking, of course. Chantel, wonderful job she's done in peacemaking and her team. Tell us a bit about how peacemaking fits in to the law and as well as peacekeeping. So we got the peacemaking and the peacekeeping, and we have the guardianship under those laws. So tell us a bit about how the peacemaking and peacekeeping is going to fit in.
All right, with peacemaking, we would use them for things like disputes. Like, there's always a dispute. I'll use an example of when you go to a tournament. There's some people that I guess want to cheat and protest. We can use them within there, like peacemaking for that, like officiating. There's a lot of ways. Peacemaking is so complex that can literally be used in so many ways in all of our law and all our way of life, really, because it's a wraparound service, and it's definitely what our nation needs.
Excellent. And you talked about the bundles, Kichimigwich for that, of course. Now talk about the Grand Council. Beautiful, of course, MTN Live newspaper coming out tomorrow, of course, our special edition for our 23rd, 24th of August, Kakawishkagan in the nation and our Grand Council. Tell us a bit about the preparation that you've done for that huge, huge event for the membership and the citizens of the territory.
Okay, first of all, I hope that all our nation citizens that are watching, if you're watching, attend this. It's very important that you guys attend and you're a part of our process of making our laws law, because these laws are for you guys. The Grand Council is for everyone. This is our nation. This is what you will decide. You guys decide what we do in the next few years. And I created an overview of my law. So there's a breakdown of my law. There is a PowerPoint presentation that I'm going to be doing on the Odaminoang circle. Which is basically sports and recreation. So Odaminoang translates to playing. And Onaka Nagewin, it means law. So Odaminoang Onaka Nagewin. So I'm going to be presenting that to everyone in attendance, and you guys will get to read on it. We're gonna have an overview of it. I have an executive summary to present, and I'm going to be presenting a briefing note. I'm ready. I'm ready to show this law to everybody in attendance. So I hope that you all can make it and register. There's a link that's all over our websites. So register ahead. I think we have prizes for pre-registering. So please pre-register and make it out. It's going to be a big event in Kakawishkagan on August 23rd and 24th.
Awesome. That's incredible news, Craig, and thank you very much, Miigwech and the Naskamen, of course. What's happening next week? Something very interesting is happening next week, and it's for our members of the territory, our nations that are part of the territory, nation, and the government. Tell us a little bit what's happening next week.
Oh, so next week we have our our summer games, which is organized by our summer games circle right out of Kubrakovich-Kiniw. Tyrone DeJarlis and the team has done an amazing job organizing these games. It was originally set for July 12th and 13th. However, the Eagles Island wasn't ready yet. Um, and now as these weeks go on, I've been at these meetings and it's been amazing, that seeing the transformation of the island from what it was to what it is now. It's really awesome because even growing up, that's my home nation. So seeing what it was before, what it was last year, to what it is now, it's an incredible area. It's a big spiritual connection. It's something that I hope everyone can experience. It's a great time. It's gonna be awesome there with we have over 200 athletes from our nations coming, and some couldn't participate due to the date change, which is okay. We're still gonna have really good games. We have medals. We have there's so much going on. There's gonna be entertainment. I'm gonna be doing an engagement for the Odaminoang. There's gonna be entertainment. There's sports. It's just we're uniting the nation through sport. That's exactly what I was gonna say when that popped up. Because the way the teams are made, I've seen some team lists. So, for an example, in basketball, they're gonna have 5 players on a team. So they're gonna have one from one nation, another. So this is how we're uniting. They're gonna be lifelong friends through sports. Anyone that plays sports knows that people they play sports with, you're friends with them forever, and that's the truth. Some of my oldest friends haven't seen it since I was 9 or 10. I see them again. It's like we were in the locker room yesterday. There's this connection, it's connection through sport. I really wholeheartedly believe that that's an answer for a lot of these kids. I also wanted to add about the Onakanagewan that I did. Gaming is also a part of it. There's a piece I didn't say when I was talking about the bundles. Gaming is a part of it. It really is, because it's a social tool. They like see me. I was never a gamer to play the way my sons play, and a lot of everyone's sons play, but the way they play, you can hear them laughing, screaming, swearing at each other. It's okay if they're swearing. It's still social engagement. It's very important to mental health and well-being. It's huge. So I felt I had to include gaming in it because it's a huge piece of health and well-being. And back to the games. That goes August 9th and 10th in Kubrakovich-Kiniw at Eagles Island. It's open for everyone to attend. If you want to come watch some good sports, some good kids. The opening ceremonies are on August 9th at 12 p.m. So I'm hoping everyone can make it for that. Good time.
Excellent. Well, that's awesome and unbelievable what's happening in the sports and recreation area and arts, of course, in our circle. And we can't wait till the law is passed. And that's going to be very exciting. There's an overview, of course, and there's a description online. And it talks a bit about the minor hockey. And I had a conversation earlier today in a meeting about minor hockey and what do we need to do for the territory and how do we need to see all our players play. And it's going to be very exciting. I hear minor hockey, the league itself is starting this fall. All 12 nations are entered automatically. And part of our connection on our treasury and administration law, and it actually states in there that our nations will be required to have the sports and recreation circle in each nation. I think that's very important. And it's very interesting because not only like you see the funding that's happening right now, which is a very bad shortfall from our colonial neighbors, but we need to work on our increase of funding. And in order to do that, having a sports and recreation circle of each nation, wow, isn't that incredible there, Craig? So with that, any closing comments before we close up, Craig?
I just want to say if there's any kids watching, or if you're a parent of someone who wants to pursue what they're doing, let them do it. Let them do it at their own pace, and keep trying, keep getting back up.
Excellent. Well, there's Craig Beauleau. He's our keeper of the Sports and Recreation Circle. Craig, keep it up. Keep up the great work. And miigwech, then ask him in, Craig.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chimigwech.
All righty. What do you think of that, Ogama McKay? Isn't that interesting?
That's excellent. You know, for us to start in the right direction, working with our kids, that's something that's been coming for a long time, and it's excellent. And it doesn't matter how much you have participating. If it's 10, the following year it'll be 20. You know, and it's just gonna grow. You know, you just got to get it off the ground and keep it fun. You know, and that's what it's all about. You know, the sun's still gonna come up tomorrow or lose, and that's what it's all about, participating. Because that's the part you'll never forget for the rest of your life. So with that said, I'm very honored to sitting with you guys this afternoon, and I pray for all good things to happen for the events that are coming down the road. Always an honor. Miigwech.
All righty. Miigwech, Ogama McKay, and thank you very much, our two wonderful guests today. And of course, this is MTN Live, Wabasha-Kiniw Dagashan Disnakas, Kubrakovich, for August 2nd. Thank you, and miigwech.